It was a Thursday morning, and the kitchen table looked like a battlefield. Bills were scattered everywhere, some unopened, some with red past due stamps glaring like tiny alarms. Emma rubbed her temples, staring at the laptop screen showing her dwindling bank account. Across from her, Jake scrolled on his phone, trying to hide the stress etched on his face. They hadn't slept well in weeks. Every discussion about money had turned into a fight, and it was slowly eroding the warmth of their home. It wasn't always like this. When they first moved in together, money was just money, a neutral thing. But then came student loans, unexpected medical bills, and the creeping pressure of rising living costs. Every paycheck felt like it disappeared before it even hit the account. Emma worried about job security. Jake kept hearing about AI taking over traditional roles in his field, making him anxious about the future. Financial tension had silently become a wedge between them, and neither knew how to bridge it. What if there was a way to stop this endless cycle of stress and arguments? What if money didn't have to feel like an enemy, but could actually become a source of clarity and cooperation? That's when they discovered something unexpected: an AI assistant that didn't judge, didn't argue, and could actually help them understand their finances together. In the next few minutes, you'll see exactly how this tiny piece of technology transformed their relationship, turning fights into conversations, anxiety into understanding, and chaos into a clear roadmap for the future. By the end of this story, you might just see your own money struggles in a new light and maybe even discover tools that can save your relationship too. Emma stared at the spreadsheet on her laptop, her heart sinking. Numbers that were supposed to reassure her only confirmed her fears. Despite working overtime, their savings were barely keeping up with the bills, let alone the rent increase or the looming credit card debt. Meanwhile, Jake had been hearing rumors at work AI systems were starting to replace roles just like his. The thought that the career he'd spent years building could become obsolete left him restless at night. The tension that had quietly simmered in their apartment now boiled over. What started as small disagreements about who bought groceries or who paid for dinner became arguments about survival. "We can't keep doing this," Emma snapped one evening, her voice cracking. "Every month, we're just running in place." Jake felt the sting of guilt and frustration, unsure how to respond. Neither wanted to fight, but every conversation about money felt like a battlefield. Then came the breaking point. They opened a joint account to get a clearer picture of their finances, hoping it would help. But instead, the reality hit harder than expected. Unexpected fees, overlapping bills, and miscalculated expenses revealed just how fragile their financial situation was. The dream of stability, the sense that their hard work could guarantee a secure future, felt like it was slipping through their fingers. The fear of AI replacing jobs, coupled with the constant stress over bills, created an invisible wall between them. They were together, but isolated. In that moment of desperation, they realized that traditional methods, spreadsheets, sticky notes, and endless manual tracking weren't enough. Something had to change. But what? How could they regain control of their money, their peace, and their relationship? It was here, at the intersection of fear and frustration, that the possibility of AI assistance began to appear not as a threat, but as a potential lifeline. The story wasn't just about dollars and cents. It was about reclaiming trust, finding a shared vision, and turning anxiety into action. The tension was high, the stakes real, and viewers can feel the pressure, knowing that this turning point could make or break their relationship. One sleepless night, Emma scrolled through an article on financial wellness. It mentioned AI-powered tools that could track spending, create smart budgets, and even forecast upcoming bills. Skeptical but desperate, she clicked deeper. The more she read, the more her curiosity turned into cautious hope. Could this really be the solution they had been searching for? The next morning, Emma shared the idea with Jake. "It's worth trying," she said, her voice tinged with both excitement and anxiety. Jake hesitated at first. Technology had always felt impersonal to him, but the sheer clarity it promised was hard to ignore. They downloaded an AI-powered finance app and began linking their accounts. The first thing they noticed was how effortlessly the AI organized their finances. All of their transactions, bills, and expenses were analyzed in real time. Categories were created automatically, and spending patterns appeared in visually clear charts. No more guessing where the money went or who spent what. Suddenly, the numbers weren't abstract, they were tangible, understandable, and objective.
Over the following weeks, Emma and Jake began interacting with the AI daily.
It sent them notifications: you're close to exceeding your grocery budget, consider shifting $50 to savings this week, upcoming credit card payment due in 3 days. The AI didn't scold, judge, or blame, it simply presented facts and offered actionable suggestions. Arguments over overspending faded because decisions were now based on neutral data instead of emotions. But the transformation went beyond budgeting. The AI suggested side hustles and investment options tailored to their skills and risk tolerance. Emma started exploring freelance opportunities that the AI flagged as high-earning, low-time commitment options. Jake experimented with AI-managed investments, which helped him understand how small, automated contributions could grow over time. The fear of job insecurity didn't disappear overnight, but it was replaced with a sense of agency. What amazed them most was how this tool began to rebuild trust. Instead of arguing over money, they started reviewing insights together, making decisions collaboratively, and even celebrating small wins like finally clearing a debt or staying under budget for a month. Money, once a wedge, became a shared project.
By the end of a few months, Emma and Jake noticed a profound shift in their relationship. Tension that had clouded their home lifted. Conversations about finances became opportunities to strategize and connect rather than fight. Their savings grew, their stress decreased, and, most importantly, their partnership strengthened. This wasn't magic. It was the intelligent application of AI to personal finance, a tool that removed friction, offered clarity, and created shared understanding. For anyone struggling with money and relationship tension, AI didn't just provide convenience, it offered transformation, turning chaos into control and anxiety into confidence. By now, Emma and Jake weren't just surviving financially, they were thriving. The AI had done more than organize numbers, it had taught them how to make their money work for them, instead of letting it control their emotions. And the lessons they learned are practical, relatable, and actionable for anyone feeling overwhelmed by finances. The first lesson is deceptively simple: automate whenever possible. Bills, savings, and even certain investments can now run on autopilot. Emma set up automatic transfers to a high-yield savings account, while Jake scheduled recurring contributions to an AI-managed investment portfolio. The beauty was in the freedom it created. No more last-minute panic about bills or missed payments. Automation turned financial chaos into predictable, manageable patterns. The AI didn't just track numbers, it visualized them. Charts, graphs, and alerts made abstract spending tangible. Seeing the $200 grocery overage in bright red, or watching a tiny savings contribution grow week by week, created emotional clarity. Jake realized it was like planting seeds. Each small contribution might seem insignificant, but over time, it blossomed into real security. Predictive insights prevent problems before they happen. One of the AI's most powerful features was its foresight. It forecasted cash flow shortages, flagged upcoming bills, and suggested adjustments before a problem ever arose. Emma and Jake no longer reacted to financial stress, they anticipated it. This predictive insight didn't just save money, it saved arguments, stress, and even nights of lost sleep. Perhaps the most important lesson wasn't about numbers at all. AI created a neutral ground for decision-making. Instead of blaming each other for overspending, Emma and Jake reviewed the facts together. Every financial decision became a collaboration, turning a once-tense kitchen table into a strategy hub. Arguments over money were replaced with discussions, planning sessions, and shared victories. The AI also highlighted income-boosting opportunities. Emma found freelance gigs she wouldn't have discovered otherwise, and Jake explored AI-assisted investments. The metaphor here is simple: don't put all your eggs in one basket, and don't rely solely on one path to financial security. AI can help identify opportunities tailored to your skills, risk tolerance, and lifestyle. The takeaway: financial empowerment isn't about earning more, it's about controlling what you have, planning ahead, and making decisions free from emotional friction. AI doesn't replace human judgment, it enhances it. When Emma and Jake learned to trust the process, trust the data, and trust each other, they unlocked not just financial growth, but emotional freedom. Months after they first tried the AI tool, Emma and Jake sat together at the same kitchen table that had once been the battleground of their relationship. But now, the table was different, organized, calm, and full of purpose.
The bills were no longer sources of fear, they were manageable steps in a plan they both understood. The anxiety that had kept them awake at night had been replaced with clarity, trust, and hope.
Embracing AI in personal finance didn't just automate numbers, it automated peace of mind.
It removed the guesswork, the blame, and the endless stress. Every decision became grounded in data, every plan supported by foresight. What once seemed impossible, staying on top of bills, saving consistently, even exploring new income opportunities, now felt achievable, almost effortless.
But the real transformation wasn't financial. It was emotional. Emma and Jake discovered that working together, guided by unbiased insights, strengthened their partnership in ways no spreadsheet or manual budget ever could. Money, once a source of conflict, became a bridge. They could finally dream together vacations, home improvements, long-term savings, without fear holding them back. And that's the message for anyone watching: financial stress doesn't have to dominate your life.
With the right tools, clarity, and collaboration, you can regain control, reduce fear, and build stability that lasts. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the time to start is now. Take small steps, explore AI tools, and let your money support your life, not sabotage it. If this story resonated with you, remember that transformation is possible. Start with understanding, automate what you can, and make your financial journey a shared, empowering experience. Subscribe for more stories that change how you see money and discover tools and insights that can transform your financial life today.